Hello, we're looking at the Edexcel Functional Skills Level 1 Maths paper. So this is a non-calculator paper saying you have 25 minutes. With these different examine papers, just check, some are half an hour, some are 25 minutes. Okay, again it says black ink, I like blue. Okay. So first question, a music festival sells tickets on a website. There are 120,000 tickets for sale. So whenever I see numbers written as words, I want to see it as numbers. 120,000. Festival news, this many tickets. So 118,200 tickets sold in the first hour. How many tickets are there for sale after this hour? So it's just a simple takeaway. Reading the question, understanding the question, 3 marks, that's okay. You can see that this paper Pearson, they give you a lot of space for working out. I don't know if you found that a little bit intimidating to start with. So I'm borrowing the borrowing the 9 there. Okay, 1,800 tickets left. Okay, and I've got the marking scheme down at the bottom. You've got it yourself. So the booklet that I posted you has got everything all in one. I recommend that you separate, use a stapler to the different parts. So write numbers in figures. So you get 1 mark for that. 1 mark for knowing it was a takeaway. I forgot my takeaway symbol, but that's okay. And I've got the right answer there. Okay. Question 2a. Calculate 12 squared. So this one is just making sure that you know the squared icon means 12 times 12. I know my times tables, so the answer is 144. Obviously, if you didn't know that off the top of your head, you'd do 12 times 12, 12 times 12, 12 times 2 is 24, like the 4 carry the 2, 12 times 1 is 12, add the 2. Okay, whichever way you like. You don't need to show you working out if you happen to know that one. Okay, B. Work out 80 minus 6 times 2. So this one is checking that you know your bod mass or bid mass. Basically, if you think, you do the hardest bit first. If there's a square term, you do the squared. If there's a bracket, you do your brackets. If there's a times or divide, you do that one, and then you do your add and take away first. So it might help to put little brackets around it. 80 minus 12, 68. Okay, so work out 18 minus 14. Okay, so what I say here is imagine temperature or money in the bank. If you go overdrawn by £18, if the bank then charges you £14 for the privilege of being overdrawn, you can see that you're going to go even more negative. Okay, I'm thinking about a thermometer here. So if you're at minus 18 and you go down even more, okay. So your answer is going to be really more negative. So that's minus 32. Okay, and we can see here 144, 68 minus 32. So because these were 1 mark questions, no marks for working out. Boza makes candles to Each candle shape is the shape of a cuboid and has a height of 8. It has a square. The base of each candle is a square. Okay, so what's a cuboid? It's not a cube. A cuboid there you go. There's a cuboid and it has a height of 8 centimetres. I really recommend when you read a maths question, if you can draw it, if you can sketch it, it helps you just visualise what's going on. Okay, so it says the base of each candle is a square. Okay, so although that doesn't look like a square, I knew that it is, but I could draw it again for you. If I turn the candle on its side, I could use a different one. There you go. So what do we know about the square? It has a perimeter of 20. So that means if I go from there to there to there to there, so if I walk all the way around, I've got 20. What else do I know? Well, I know it's a square. So that means this number plus the same number plus the same number plus the same number is 20. So 4 lots of something is 20. Okay, I'm thinking 4 times 5. And here, just to show you that if I wrote the units, 4 times 5 centimetres is 20 centimetres. Okay, and we've got the height of being 8 centimetres. Stick a little candle thing coming out there. Rosie needs to know the volume of one candle. Okay, so volume is the 5 times the 5 times the 8. So 5 times the 5 times the 8. Okay. I was just thinking then, 5 times 5 is 20. I'm thinking, no, 25. Sorry. If I do 5 times 8 first, that's 40. And then it's easy to do 5 times 40. 5 times 4 is 20. And 0 there. And if you think about units again, this is cm, this is cm, this is cm. So cm times cm is cm squared times another cm is cm cubed. Okay. And I'm thinking in the marking scheme down here, you can see we get 1 mark for the 5. They did 20 divided by 4, I was thinking what number times by 4 is 20. We get 1 mark for times in this number by this number by this number, so that's 1 mark for that. And then there's 1 mark for the actual answer there. Now you see the little quote marks there. Say if you thought the answer here was 10 instead of 5, say if you, I don't know how you would, but you probably get this bit a bit wrong. But then if you did 10 times 10 times 8, you get 1 mark for that. Okay. Now, it says use reverse calculations to check your answer. Okay, when I used to teach this one, everybody used to leave the reverse checks out. And you can clearly see with the way the Edexcel paper has been laid out, they want to give you 1 mark for doing a reverse check. Okay. Right, so they're saying here, valid reverse check. So what they're saying there is if you do the 200 divide by 5, you get 40. You see it says and, so you must have this next bit. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. And, that's good. So because I did mine 4 times 5 is 20, I would need to write 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Now, this is interesting because before now with Pearson papers, they haven't actually written all that out, because here it says show a check for your answer, meaning there's different checks you could have done. Whereas before now, I'm thinking it was check part of your answer, so just that one. So it's saying you have to do everything. So reverse check of everything is what's needed. Okay. It's 1 mark. It's better to write something than nothing. Okay. Well, on the last page already. This is good. Round 11.38348. Correct 2 decimal places. So I draw a line in between. So I'm saying I want those numbers. Then the numbers I'm disregarding. I look at the 8 and think the 8 is big, so it's going to make the 4 go. So 11.35. Okay. Rashid works at an animal centre. The animal centre sells tickets for 49 weeks of the year. A student ticket costs £9.90. The animal centre sold 23 student tickets last week. Rashid assumes the same number of student tickets are sold each week. He wants to estimate the total income from the sales of students' tickets for the year. Estimate, I'm thinking of approximate. I'm thinking the word guess. There is a word guesstimate. I don't know if you've heard that one, meaning it's between estimating and guessing. So again, there's that word estimate. So if you did this accurately, you don't get any marks. Okay, 49, we'll call that 50. £9.90, we'll call that £10. And 23. Do we want to call it 20 or do we want to call it 25? Now, I was just thinking, normally when we do rounding, we round to the nearest 10. In the real world, we might round to the nearest 5. But in the maths world, you have to round to the nearest 10, or a whole number. So I'd say go for 20. Now, I kind of think, well, that's kind of fair. This number we've rounded up, this number we've rounded up, so it's only fair we round this number down. Okay. Student ticket costs that. So let's work out 1 week first. Okay. So £10 times 20 tickets is 200. So £200 from student tickets in 1 week, and there's 50 weeks in the year. Okay, 2 times 5 is 10. I have 2 zeros from the 200, 1 0 from the 50 gives me £10,000. Okay, it's got a pound sign written there. I want you always to write the pound sign. 10,000, I can write it with a space. I could write it with a comma if I wanted to. I don't have to write it with a comma. Okay, let's see what the market scheme says here. 11.35. So it's saying here We got 10, we got 50, and we got 20. Okay. So it says here you were allowed to do 25. Okay. And so we've got the answer 10,000. Or it's saying you're allowed this one. Bold means one or the other. And this question here says, if you didn't use estimates, if you'd worked it out accurately, you would have got 1 mark instead of 3. Okay. So yeah, estimate. It's this feeling that it's okay to not be accurate, because math people, we like to be accurate. You know, I don't want to say there's 15 people in my class, there's 14 or 16 or 17. Yeah, I like to be accurate about these things. So, but when you see the word estimate or approximate, you have to. Okay. So that's the end of the test. Go back onto your front page, work out your number of scores. Work it out. Put your score there. Work out your percentage. You're aiming for 70%. People said before that the non-calculator test wasn't so bad. It was the other test that is more difficult because English is easier. And then if you've got room on here, just write on which questions you got wrong. So you could say candle cuboid question, just as a little overview. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.